Alright, whenever you're ready.
Hey guys, my name is Emily, and if you didn't know, I was adopted from China when I was about 2. So, in China, there's this ancient legend about the first imperial seal. According to the legend, the ancient yellow dragon, which is one of the 9 main dragons in Chinese mythology, and it represents good fortune and power. And according to the legend, the yellow dragon came down from the heavens and granted the first emperor of China a scale from its back, and it created the first imperial seal. And this was known as the mandated heaven, which basically meant that anyone who owned the seal had the heavenly blessing to rule over China, and they would be granted with power and prosperity. And so over time, this imperial seal was passed down from century to century and dynasty to dynasty until around like the Ming Dynasty, during a lot of political upheavals, the seal actually got lost, and to this day it's never been found. So if anyone finds the imperial seal of China, maybe you can make a claim for this run. The item I brought today is not an imperial seal, but it is my very own name seal. I got this when I was in China in 2018. Since I was adopted from China, it was always kind of a plan to go back to China and give me a chance to explore my homeland and culture. So in 2018, we finally got to make that trip. We went back to China. I got to see a lot of different cities. We went to Beijing, Guilin, Chengdu, Guangzhou is where I was adopted from, and just a bunch of cool places like that. We got to do a lot of cool touristy things, like we saw the Great Wall of China and we visited the Terracotta Warriors. We also went to a panda reserve and picked up panda poop for a day. It was pretty interesting. It was mostly bamboo because their digestive systems are really slow, but still, pretty cool. And yeah, one of the things I remember most about my trip from China is when our tour guide, one of the many we had, Eric, told us about his name seal, which is kind of a common theme in China. It's like an equivalent to a signature we have. It's like a personal item they use as form of identification. And he was showing us his name seal and how it represents his identity, and some name seals can represent like status and power and etc., etc. And so I thought that was really cool. So when I came back from China, my parents surprised me with my very own personalized name seal. And in a traditional name seal set, there is it's a pot of ink, and this one's made out of cinnabar and moxipunk, I believe, and it creates like a spongy texture and this deep red color. And in addition to that, I have my seal. And this seal is made out of stone with a monkey engraved on top because I was born in the year of the monkey, 2004. And on the bottom it has my name engraved and my Chinese name, which I think is really cool to have both of like my cultural ties like mixed together in one. And if it were stamped, it would look like this. Like I mentioned before, a name seal in China is like a representation of your identity. And to me, this helps me remember like my own cultural identity in Chinese, my own cultural roots in China and stuff like that. And yeah, thank you very much.